Hey guys. Hey guys. Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that your week has been going well, and I hope your day is even better. Um, I'll tell you a little bit about my day. So I woke up this morning, I went to work. Work was good. I'm still working on doing my little manifestations. So even if you don't see progress, just keep on putting your manifestations out there, writing it, making it clear, making it simple for your army or whoever you believe in to kind of assist you when you need it. So enough about me, but tonight I have the honor and the pleasure of having a special guest today. His name is Mike, short for, full name Michael, and he is from the Savaged Unfiltered radio. It was a very interesting story of how I met him. Um, and it's just amazing that there are people in this world that will give you a chance when you don't even know them. So I want to say thank you to Mike for giving me the opportunity to use his platform and to speak about what I am trying to do. So I have to do the same for him, and you will get to know him. If you have questions for Mike, please put them in question marks before and after your sentence so that I can catch it and ask him as well. He's definitely uh, going to be a really, really good guest, different from a lot of the guests that I've had previously. But none other, you will definitely enjoy him. So I'm not going to prolong it. And I want to introduce to you all none other than Mike from the Savage Unfiltered Radio. How are
Oh,
you?
thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Savage Unfiltered podcast, but you almost had it. It's okay. So
Hey,
how's
it
it
could be
going?
a
Thanks for
radio
having me tonight.
station. It could be a radio station very soon. You never know.
We're working on it. Hopefully soon with Tampa Bay Talk Radio. I don't want to promise that everything, but hopefully we can get it going soon. But
See, I'm speaking it into existence, and I didn't even know that.
yeah, so
So, can you just let everybody know how long have you been in broadcasting on radio and podcasting, everything?
uh, altogether, I've been in this industry for about 23, doing podcasting for 5. Prior to that, I was working with 2 terrestrial radio stations up in New York City, 92.3 K Rock, as well as a small college station in downtown Boston. So got a lot under my belt.
What got you interested in being a part of radio?
I think it's just the people. I love talking to different types of people, different types of personas. Um, you know, personalities. I just love talking. I sometimes, even my own family, they have to say, Mike, put the periods and commas. It's I just don't know when to stop talking, and I think there's a gift for it. If somebody has a good gift, such as myself and others, to talk, I think it needs to be expressed. I mean, don't you think?
I believe so, absolutely. Well, since you've spoken to a lot of different people and have experienced a lot of different guests, who was the most profound and why?
Oh, Joy, that's a hard question because I mean there are so many guests that come on my show, different personas, different personalities, everything from comedians to politicians to, Secret Service agents, authors, comedians. I couldn't give you a favorite. I couldn't give you. It's hard. I mean, they're all great in some form of an aspect.
Nice, 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 nice. That must be interesting. How do you end up getting all of your guests?
Well, for one, I have a producer here that helps me out, a gentleman that I've known for, oh God, almost 25 years. And we used to work together up in Boston. And that's how we met. And, he helps me out, with, getting the word out, getting, the show out, to where it's supposed to be. And, we're also affiliated with a company called Matchmaker.fm, which is great. It's a great platform for those who are not aware of Matchmaker.fm. It's a platform to connect with other podcasters, other guests, that are trying to get, possibly maybe they just wrote a book, Joy, and they want to get that book out there. Or maybe they just started their podcast and they want to get their name out there. It's for podcasters and guests to connect to one another, and I think it's great. I really do.
What since you said book, I know you were telling me a little bit about your book. So tell everybody
Yeah.
how many books you have and what's new.
Well, the first book that was written came out last month, the beginning of last month, called America's Political Warfare: Our Modern Civil, which is available in two formats, through the Amazon Kindle ebook format and as well as the soft cover. And that's only available now on Amazon.com. It was available through Barnes and Noble and Walmart and the other outlets, but Joy, we were finding it hard to to reorder through those companies. Because it's hard because as an independent writer like myself, to go to that avenue, with executives and all, I was like, what, I'm going to watch my language. I don't know if it's, but I said, we decided to go with just sticking it with Amazon.com. It's easy. It gets to a certain, level, Joy. And, once it goes down to a certain level, Amazon has that power.
Yep. Speaking of which, while he's coming back, if someone is a moderator, if you wouldn't mind going on Amazon to see if you can find his book. When he comes back, I'll just ask for the title again so that it could be searched, and then we can put it in the chat. And I'll also put it in the description of the live so that everybody can check it out. Mike, would you be able to tell us the title of your book again so that we can put the link in the chat if someone wants to support? Hi, everybody who's here. Conscious Business, BK, Brooklyn, Cord Cutters. Nice to see you. One Busy Mama. What's going on, sis? Nice to see you. Did you hear what I was asking? So it's a little frozen. Did you hear what I was asking before?
Yeah. I heard a little bits and pieces of it. Sorry about that. My connection is pretty strong. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but go ahead.
Could you tell us the title of your book so that one of my moderators can put your link from Amazon into the chat? So if anybody wants to support, they can go ahead and do so.
Oh, yeah. It's America's Political Warfare: Our Modern Civil War.
Okay. Can you give us a brief synopsis about the book?
Well, it's mainly, it covers political figures that's going on right now in the in current times of America. It covers a lot of to be honest with you, Joy, it covers a lot of what we've seen in the last 4 years with the current administration, with the prior administration, with Trump. It also covers everything involving, Black Lives Matter. Basically, it's a timeline from 2019 to about 2022, going into 2023. So it's a very, very current, timeline type of book. Covers a lot. It's basically, I call it a timeline book, because of, there's a lot of folks out in the world today, Joy, that are not aware of what's going on in America. And that's what I decided to write this book. Excuse me. I decided to write this book to show, not just America, but show the world, what America is going through, because we're going through a lot right now. we're going through like so much, and it's really sad. The greatest country in the face of this earth, and we have to go through all this. It's upsetting. It really is.
Hmm. Hmm. I'm glad that you took up the torch to shine a light on it, because a lot of times people don't want to, they just don't want to face the facts that, things
Yeah.
aren't as good. But when you do face the facts, then you can come up with solutions to make it better. So what kind of solutions would you recommend if a politician happened to be watching either the replay or watching right now?
Well, I would tell them, this is what I would tell them. I would tell them what I'm sorry, what was the question again?
So if there was a politician either watching now or in the replay, what kind of solution would you give them to help counter the effects of what is currently going on with the United States?
Uh, what are you waiting for? I mean, literally. I mean, the time is now to save our country. It wasn't 2 years ago. It wasn't 3 years ago. The time is now. If we do not save this nation, Joy, that's it. There's no utopia left on this world, or in this world for that matter. There's no other utopia. This is the last landmass to literally secure our freedom and secure our sovereignty for this nation, because we're seeing it all from tyranny. Yeah, that's pretty much my message right there.
No, I think that's good. And I appreciate it. I applaud it, because again, not too many people would feel comfortable sharing that.
Yeah.
And I believe that, yeah, it's definitely necessary for us to unite for sure, and bring out these different topics. Like, what is the one thing that you think is blocking us from being united? Just as a person that
I
has,
think it's the division. Yeah, I think it's the division. I think it's the division. I think, we have politicians in this world right now that are more focused on race baiting, more focused on what really fits their narrative. You have politicians right now, Joy, where they're more worried about their wallet than the American people. And I discuss this on my show heavily, with myself, or, Joseph, that's on the show, Mondays and Wednesdays. We discussion just earlier today on a recording of what's driving America the other direction. And I think it's because of the current administration in power right now. We just seen it last night on the State of the Union address, which I thought was nothing but a clown show. I mean, I discussed this on my show earlier today, where, you're supposed to have a president address to the union, to the American people. And instead of doing that, instead of doing what was right for the president to do as a president, he was more focused on literally trying to secure his own legacy, his own sick, demented legacy.
mm,
And we seen that clear as day last night. And I thought it was disgusting, for that matter. I really, this country backwards. It's the race baiting that has to stop. The race cards, the this, the that, everything has to stop. In order to save this country, Joy, we have to stop doing all of that. We have to stop, like, oh, well, he's in there because of a certain color, or she's not getting the job because of a certain color. Stop that crap. Stop that crap. It's not about color. It's not about ethnicity. It's not about all of that. Stop doing that. Do what's republic and end that garbage. I mean, that's just common sense. We're taught that as children. Common sense,
mm. I mean, I agree with some of your points for sure. I did not watch the State of the Union address last night at all. But it's very interesting to hear different perspectives about it. So what kind of topics do you discuss? I know you said political topics, but do you discuss any other type of topics on your podcasts / radio shows?
Yeah, yeah. Well, when we first started out doing the podcasting, I felt that Well, one, my producer Shaky, he came up to me like a while back and he was like, we need to discuss something on the show. Like, what should we discuss? And Joy, politics has always been pretty much in my blood. I think I sweat it. It comes literally out of my pores. I love politics, 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 politics. But since the show has started about 4 years ago now, we're trying to branch into other topics. I understand podcasting has grown in the last almost 10 years now. It all started out on iTunes. For those who are not aware, if you're not aware, if your listeners are not aware, you used to have to pay for podcasting. It used to be very, very expensive through iTunes. Now you can get it for free, whether you listen to iHeartRadio or Spotify. But I'm trying to get into other avenues. I'm getting requests from comedians. I'm getting requests from authors, a lot of authors. Some of the requests I get in, whether they're authors or comedians or politicians, sometimes I have to literally screen them, to make sure, what they're saying, pretty much fits the show. I'm not just anybody on. I'm going to make sure that they're okay and they're not going to, just come on here to, make me look like an idiot. I mean, I'm sure no one would want that even on their own show. But
Right.
we're going into other avenues. Yes, trying to branch into other stuff. Really, really good stuff. I think you're going to be really amazed. In the next coming months into the next year of just some of the people that we're going to be bringing on.
Okay. Do you have the show titles? Are they different, or is it just under the Savaged Unfiltered?
They vary. Well, it's under the show, obviously, Savaged Unfiltered.
Okay.
But the titles, is that what you're saying? That
No,
titles
I'm sorry.
if that's what you're kind of.
I was gonna say, like, I was basically meaning, like, will you have Savage Unfiltered for one thing, maybe for the political part, then you'll have like another show title for something else, or is it just gonna stay underneath that one umbrella?
We were gonna do that, but I feel that just to keep the demeanor of the show savaged, I think changing it, because we were once known as Patriot Angle Podcast, and because of the type of content that I'm bringing in now, the whole savaged umbrella or envelope, like you had mentioned, I feel that it's not necessary to split up shows under the same podcast name. I think just Savaged Unfiltered fits every type of label that I bring on the show, whether it's politics, whether it's bringing on somebody that wants to, to be honest with you, Joy, I'm willing to bring anybody that wants to share their story on the show. If they have a story, come on the show. I'm not one of these podcasters like, oh no, I'm political. No, I'm political. No, you can't come on here. No. I used to be like that, but not anymore.
Yeah,
I
that's how
feel the
I was
sound
able to get on there.
basically fits the envelope. Yeah.
That's how I was able to get on there, because I'm not political, so
Yeah.
so that was cool. I'm glad that I met you at this point in time, the season of your career.
Yeah. I'm trying to give you as much information. You got to remember, I've been up since like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's my usually daily routine. I get up early in the morning. My buddy Shaky comes over here. I mean, I do this podcast from the comforts of my own home, folks. I have a spare bedroom here in my condo. Luckily, I'm giving Joy a very nice raw cut, a savage cut of just who the hell I am. This nice looking porch here of my condo here in Central Florida. But I do it at the comforts of my home. I'm not one of these guys that rents a $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 studio somewhere in downtown Orlando or something, and do that. I want somebody to see I'm doing this from the real depth of myself, so to speak.
I like it. I appreciate it. So why don't you tell us where everybody can find you? I'm gonna put you on a so two things. Tell us where
Okay.
everyone can find you, and then leave something inspirational for people to feed on. And then remind them exactly where they can get your book, okay?
All my information is right there on a link tree /Savaged Unfiltered. That's our main bio. There is a website in the works in, I'd say about another month and a half. Good quality takes a long time, right? I'm a person that never loves to rush things. I love taking time to make sure it fits right and everything else. And the website should be up in about a month and a half. We have a storefront that's coming. We'll post that on social, and I'll announce it on my podcast shows. And yeah, good stuff coming.
And where can everybody follow you?
They can follow me on Twitter at Keep It Savaged. You can follow me also on Facebook, Instagram. My Facebook is Savaged Unfiltered. You can find me right there on Instagram. Pretty much the same thing, Savaged Unfiltered. The only handle that's pretty much different is the Twitter. The Twitter is different. I went with my favorite saying, "Keep it savaged." So if you go on Twitter, just search me there at Keep It Savage, and we'll pop right up. We're constantly plugging in fresh content, literally day by day, on the hour, basically every minute. If you look at me, if you see my stuff on Twitter, you're gonna see probably about, I don't know, 25.
Okay, so he'll probably be back in a few moments, but yes, he's definitely pretty cool, conscious. So shout outs to Conscious Business Services and Opportunities. Thank you for coming through. Tim Windsor, shout outs to you. Good to see you guys. All right, he's back. Wait for him to get back on. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I was actually leaving some comments for you if you had any more comments.
So leave us with something inspirational.
Inspirational. Oh, Joy, you're putting me on the spot here. I never give inspirational on my own show. This is hard. Joy's actually definitely put me on the spot. Inspirational. I was never good at inspirational quotes, but guys, if you're out there and you're trying to, wow, Joy, you really did this to me. Wow, boy, you want real, you want savage. Wow, you're getting it. Inspirational. If you guys are trying to, look for that marquee in life, just be yourself. Don't be a figurehead to somebody. Don't be a character. Just show your true persona. And maybe here's a quote, I always leave at the end of my show. Guys, remember, just keep it savage. That quote should be looked at, differently in so many different avenues. People always ask me, what do you mean by that, Michael? Keep it savage. Well, keep it savage. Keep it real. Be real to yourself, and never be a robot to somebody else. Never feel like you have to be somebody else. Always be yourself. That's the best I can give, I guess.
No, I love it. That was dope. I really enjoyed that. And it was inspiring. I felt it. I was like, yes. I said, yes. That was really good. And, it was from the heart.
I hope I'm full of energy on your own show. Like I said, I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm usually in bed by now, because people always ask me, you're in bed by 8 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock at night. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm up 12, 15 hours a day sometimes. Podcasting is hard work, Joy. Some of the graphics we put out, that's all being done by myself and Shaky. We're like a two-man team here. Some of the people always ask me, how many people do you have working for your show? It's just myself and Shaky. We're doing this all by ourselves. And I get so many emails from people on social media. They want to promote the show and this and that. I'm not that type of podcaster. I'm not that type of hosts. I don't want to go to, third parties. I'd rather just do it myself and have my friend, that helps me out on the show, because we're the only two people, Joy, that really knows what we want for this show. Like, it's great having other people. Yeah, I get it. Other networks, they want the big graphic artists and everything. But, with the talent I believe I have and the talent that Shaky has, I think we're doing a remarkable job, with it. And I wouldn't want to change it for anything in this world.
I actually agree with that, because the thumbnail that you did for the show that I was on when I was on your show, I really liked that. Like, and it came
Yeah.
out like this, y'all. Like, I have never been on a podcast or been interviewed by someone that came out with less than 24 hours. Boom, 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 boom. And I was like, and I mean, when he flooded the interview, the interview repost, the reshare was out in less than 3 hours. The thumbnail was dope. Like, it was really good. And I was like, oh my goodness.
We work extremely hard on our graphics, our production. I have a gentleman, like I said, he's a friend of mine. He's a producer of the show now. This guy is probably the best in the business. He's been around a lot of big wig type of production companies, has worked for some movie production companies, which I can't get into detail, for contract and copyright clauses on the show. I don't want to get sued, guys, but, let's just say he's been with a lot of big wig type of production companies. So just give you a little wink on the show.
No, that's congratulations to you. And that's one step closer to you getting that radio show. You know what I mean?
We're working on it.
That can help catapult you. And,
we're working on it. Hopefully by the summer here, we should be with Tampa Bay Talk Radio. We're working on it. But I gotta watch my vocabulary, Joy, because obviously that's syndicated terrestrial radio, and the difference between terrestrial radio and podcasting. You can't cuss, and I'm doing my hardest right now. Your listeners are probably like, wow, he sounds so scripted right now, but I'm trying my best, guys. I'm respecting Joy's platform. I don't know if she's unfiltered or not, but I'm going to respect your platform. I don't want you getting kicked off of other platforms, because you know how they are, Joy. You know how they.
No, so, you definitely.
But I got some announcements here.
Hey, Evil Food Supply. Different name. We'll just wait for him to come back. Go ahead. What other announcement?
Yeah. I got. I'm sorry. It's my Wi-Fi is like super strong. I don't know what's going on with it, but anyway. But I got some announcements, guys. Speaking of the first book that we announced earlier in the show tonight, we have a second book coming out. That will be coming out in May. I'm actually in the middle of writing it right now. I'm not sure exactly how many chapters I want to have in it. Obviously, for those who have purchased the first book, there was many chapters, short chapters actually in the first book. I'm not sure if I want to go that route. My deadline is still around. It's gonna be published on May 4th, so the deadline is gonna be around the second week of April. I have to have it done by the second week of April. So it may have the same amount of chapters. It may not. But the second book coming out May 4th of this year will be a document. So if you guys are wanting to know just who I am behind this microphone, behind the podcast, behind Savaged Unfiltered, check out the book Through the Savage Door, May 4th, 2023.
I love it. And that's perfect because it falls right in line with the launch of your radio show.
Yeah. We're hoping. It's baby steps, Joy. You only can take so much baby steps in life, right?
Yeah, but at least you're making those steps. But
yeah, exactly. But we got some good things going on. Like I said, the second book coming out. We have some new personalities we're bringing on. Obviously, I want to grow the show a little bit. Joseph's been a tremendous blessing to have on the show. I'm always feeding back off of him because listen, guys, I don't know everything about politics. Not everybody does. Even the experts out there, they don't know everything about politics. They don't know everything about anything. So by having Joseph on, Joy, I was only supposed to have him on for one episode. I
Oh,
spoke to Shaky on the side, and I'm like, Shaky, we have to make this guy a part of the show. And now he's a part of the show every Monday and Wednesdays. And the feedback I get from people, like Joseph really knows his stuff. Oh yeah,
I
we just
enjoy
had
it.
Joy. We just had somebody on the show, and we had him in crickets. I don't know, for those who understand what I mean by crickets, is when you talk to somebody and you know so much knowledge and have an understanding of so much stuff behind your belt, and that person can't deliver. We call it crickets in the industry. This guy that I had on my show, he was literally in crickets. And I'm like, go ahead. I gave Joseph the floor. I literally got off camera for like 2 minutes and literally had Joseph talking to this guy. And I mean, sadly, the guy was in tears. We didn't mean to have him in tears, but he was in tears because he was spitting that, that that narrative spin that you normally get, from the left. Obviously, folks, yes, I support, the right, and I'm a conservative and everything else. But I mean, to have Joseph on the show, it's such a blessing. It really is. But yeah, guys, if you want to see some more personalities, we're gonna have so many more personalities. Bringing on a new woman by the name of Levon. That segment should be airing next Monday. It's going to be called Levon's War Room, and it's interesting, Joy, because she is a trans woman, but she's a conservative. So on paper, really, she should be a Democrat, right? But it's really interesting. So
I
getting a
think
lot
it's
of
whatever you believe, right? It should be whatever
feedback.
you believe, not like, who you want to follow.
What's that?
I said it should be whatever you believe personally, like
Yeah,
what you know what I mean? So like I don't think that's strange.
yeah. Well, some people do. You know how this world is. But yeah, I wish I could see some of your comments coming in. I know you're streaming live on YouTube.
Yeah,
Thank you very
so
much.
you
Yeah.
have Evil Food Supply is in his house. You have Precious Pieces. Then we have Angela Critters, Ray of Sunshine. I tried to put some of the comments up. Brooklyn NY, he was helping with posting your link, and so was Tim Windsor.
Oh
Um,
wow.
then we had Wellness with Frugal Mama. We have a member. We have a member. And it's Wellness with Frugal Mama. So for every member
Oh.
that's on the channel, I always sing that when they're here. Ron is here too. We
Yeah.
have a member. We have a member. And it's Ron Weasley and Dorcas and Farms
Yeah.
and fam.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Joy. We started doing more Twitter Spaces. People are asking about the
Okay.
Twitter Spaces. Those Twitter Spaces, guys, they're going to be airing every Monday and Wednesday afternoon. So if you follow me, hit that notification bell so you know exactly when it starts.
Tell
So
them your
good,
Twitter
good.
again so they can follow you.
At Keep It Savaged.
Okay. That's Keep It Savaged, y'all, with a D at the
Damn right.
end. So you can check
Yes.
out the spaces. I was in the spaces once before. I definitely enjoyed it. It's almost like being on Clubhouse. So definitely check out Twitter Spaces if you haven't already done so.
Pretty
Follow,
much.
yeah. Follow Keep It Real Savage, right? You said Keep It Real Savage.
It's Keep It Savaged.
Keep It Savage. Please follow Keep It Savaged on Twitter.
There you
Wednesday
go.
and Mondays, he has the spaces. You'll definitely be able to go on live. It's like Clubhouse. If you don't know what Clubhouse is, it's basically bobbleheads, but a community of people. You can join different chats, listen in. Maybe if the guest allows you to speak, you can do that. But it's simply just like that platform. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, and also his talk show, his podcast, and soon to be radio show, guys. So definitely, please support him now. And, check out his show, find out some new things about our political system, check out different perspectives. Here at Hello World, we're all about thinking about different things and thinking differently and listening to perspectives and understanding other people's ideas and respecting it. So I'm definitely glad that you said yes, Savaged, and that we are cool. And I thank you again for allowing me to be on your
Of course
platform.
we're cool. What? Hey, Joy, why wouldn't we be cool? Of course we're cool. Don't be like that.
No, I
I
didn't. I
love you.
didn't think we weren't. I didn't think we weren't. I'm just saying, there's very few people in this world that I don't get along with, or that I say that I'm not cool with, and I mean it. But you
Well, Joy,
definitely helped me out for sure.
yeah, and yeah, you're welcome that I gave you that that platform even to come on my show for a few times. But I like you because you come from my backyard. I'm from New York originally, so that's why I like you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for our guests before we go? I'm gonna allow it for give you guys 2 minutes to ask your questions, because I may not have covered everything that you may be wanting to know about Mike and what he does in broadcasting, and books and writing books, and so about the political system. Definitely ask while he's here live and in the flesh before he gets too busy, y'all.
Yeah. I gotta get ready for a show tomorrow. I got a guest coming on. So hurry before I leave.
I know that's right. Well, while we're doing, I'm gonna throw another wrench in.
Okay.
Where do you see yourself in the next 2 years?
The next 2 years, oof. Probably still doing what I'm doing. To be honest with you, hopefully coming out with another book. Hopefully, I should have another third or fourth book in the making. That's a blessing. I like to keep with my movie extra appearances. I do some movie extra appearances from time to time. I know I just came back from um, Wisconsin about almost a month ago now. Did a movie extra shoot up in Milwaukee, which was in partnership with Universal Studios. And I can tell you right now, I did not enjoy that role. It was a small role, but I didn't enjoy it. I was on a rooftop in 45-degree weather, which I froze my rear end off. And then they threw me in the sewer. Yeah, I had to go in the sewer for about almost an hour. So that wasn't the best movie extra. But yeah, definitely want to do some more movie extras. I know I have a project coming up in Atlanta in about a month. So looking forward to that.
Nice. One question we have here from Conscious Business Services and Opportunities: how long have you been podcasting? And she would like to know which platform would you suggest a new podcaster to join? Hey, Shrinking.
Okay. So the first question of the two questions, right? The first question: how long have I been doing podcasting? Okay. I've been doing podcasting now going into my 4th year. So 4 seasons of it. The second question, she was asking which platform to start off as as a newbie.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. So the second, yeah. So there's so many great platforms. I would suggest, and I always tell people this. It's a free platform. It's a great starter platform, and it's also a platform to basically grow your podcast. And that would be Anchor.fm. Anchor.fm is such a great platform to use. It's basically, I mean, you really can't go wrong with Anchor.fm. It's self-explanatory. They show you how to, publish your episodes, how to record your episodes, and that's that. There's so many great features on Anchor.fm. So yeah, Anchor FM would be the platform I would suggest.
Nice. Any other questions? Oh, awesome. All right, another one. Were there any challenges with tech or otherwise when you first started?
Oh yeah, the mic issues. I was getting a lot of in the industry. We call it bleeds. For those who are not aware of a bleed is when you have a mic, the frequency from the wires. Maybe your bit rates are low or your bit rates are too high. I was getting a lot of bleeds in my recording. So I constantly had to change my mic just to get a great mic. So yeah, definitely that was my first challenge. Yeah.
What mic would you recommend?
Um,
Like a
I
good
would rec
mic.
I would recommend. Well, I have like four different mics that I kind of circle out, but the best mic I would recommend is a Quadcast. Um, they The Quadcast actually came out for gamers. If you guys are not aware of Quadcast, it's basically it's like a uh, the mic is shaped like a tube, more or less, and it's a condenser mic.
Mm.
I'm not sure if your listeners or even if you know what this is, Joy, but condenser mic. That's the mic I use. You want to have a good strong mic to support the bit rates and a mixer too. Obviously, I would suggest a mixer. If you don't have a mixer, you're going to be doing a lot of editing. So
Mm. Good information. Anyone else? Going once, going twice, because this man has to get some sleep so he can get up again and get back to encouraging and making us all aware of what's going on. Brooklyn Cord Cutter said he's going to check you out as well.
appreciate it. Thank you for support. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any more questions, but I will say this one thing's for sure. I appreciate you. All of our paths crossed for a specific reason. And I'm thankful that we were able to meet. And I hope that we all can grow, continue to grow. You keep on coming back here. I keep on coming back there. And
Yeah.
whatever else, even if that doesn't happen, I would just always support each other. I thank you again for being here. Um, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing, and my guest is, you just tell them your name.
Michael Gardner from Savaged Unfiltered podcast.
There you go. And guys, we are signing out on another episode of Hello. Come on, sing it with me, Mike.
I'm a
Hello.
terrible singer. You don't want to hear me sing. I'm
Come on.
terrible.
Deep within the stomach. Let's go. Go from the diaphragm.
Hello,
Hello,
world.
world. Yes, I love it.